Hello, welcome to BVP Podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Cartwright, and today I'm here with...
Hi, I'm Jamie Bailey. I'm the theater teacher at Bellville High School.
I'm Coach Mike Dewitz. I'm at the high school. I'm the girls basketball coach, and I run the 504 program at the high school.
All right, so you're two of probably one of the most hardworking people, always moving around, always get into stuff.
Right.
Like, especially you, Miss Billy, you're always in theater stuff. Like, halfway through the year, you're not even there.
Right.
And same with Coach DeWitt. He's always driving kids somewhere and doing stuff. All the coaches are busy that way.
Just drive.
So,
Well, yeah, I do have to do that.
so we're going to start with a few questions.
Okay.
I'm just going to go down the list. If you have an answer that you can't tell on public cameras, then just let me know. All right. What was your first job and what did it teach you? The big moral that you got from your first job.
First job. My first job was at Circuit City. There aren't even those anymore. But I was a CSA. And a CSA was a customer service representative or associate. And so basically, if somebody was returning something, I had to take it back. And this is the grossest thing that ever happened to me. This man, like they had these Walkmans that they would run with. And this man, they had these things that held him onto your arms. And he was an avid runner, you could tell. And he returned it after using it for a really long time. It stuck so bad. It did teach me, though, A, customer service, but B, to pay attention to the details. Because you had to be kind to people, but also in doing returns and stuff, you had to make sure you knew the prices of things and how much, every little thing. So it taught me that as well.
You had to keep a pair of rose-colored glasses on hand, but at the same time, you kind of had to have the brain behind it.
Absolutely.
Oh, I don't think I would be a strong enough man to do that myself.
It was so gross.
I think I'd run.
It was fancy. What's your first job?
I worked at the YMCA, and I was a cook by the pool in the summer.
I didn't even know that was a job.
Well, I was a cook at the pool. Well, I mean, I sold candy and whatever, drinks and whatever, but it was like concessions, so then I had to make hamburgers and hot dogs and whatever else on the grill in the heat. But, I mean, I guess I learned how to do it. I chose that. No, I had a friend that had a mom that worked at the YMCA, and they got us a job. I was like 14.
Is that legal?
Well, this is a long time ago. I've all.
Okay.
I was 14, I believe.
I
Yeah.
think I was, how old was I?
Uh-huh.
I was like 18, I guess.
I umpired the T-ball games too in the summer as well. So I knew I didn't want to be an umpire.
We were a child.
Parents are yelling. Parents are yelling.
Hey, kid,
Hey, kid, I'm
get out of here.
I know.
So we're between child labor and hustling.
Right.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. What has been the highlight of your year this year? Anything this year that is like your global accomplishment for this year?
Global
accomplishment.
I enjoyed Frozen. I thought Frozen was good. And I loved having like all the little kids involved and people that weren't normally in theater. We tried it and I thought that was great.
That was a lot of props and a lot of
It was a lot of stuff. And all the classes helped, so that was neat. I thought that was a pretty good accomplishment.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Maybe getting up and getting to work on time is a pretty good accomplishment. I try.
I'm the first one there every single day. I'm there at 7 a.m. every night.
Are you really?
Yeah. Well, my wife works at the junior high.
She dropped you off.
And she wants to be there at 7, so I drop her off first. And then I'm there.
Got it.
Well, still, you got there at 7 a.m. either way.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter about the story, how you got there.
I was forced to be there by the person that lives at my house.
Just better half.
Okay, how about you, Coach DeWitt? What's the global highlight of your year?
I would say the things that we accomplished in girls basketball this year that we didn't do last year, like the excitement that the girls had, like, they were in the winners bracket, they were in the championship games, and they made the playoffs. It was a big deal for them. So so I think that's probably the biggest thing that we did this year, is just for them.
The determination and motivation they kind of got further as the year kept going on.
Yeah, it really helped. It really helped them. They were much more motivated. But they were a little shocked early, and then just like, you guys deserve to be here, which is a nice accomplishment.
You got to remind yourself of your self-worth to keep going, because a lot of sports definitely comes with self-confidence in yourself and your own like mental strength behind it. Because if you don't have any confidence in you, then you're not going to do stuff, even if you're the biggest guy out there or the fastest.
You have to learn how to win.
Yeah.
They're winners.
It's a mindset.
It's a mindset. Yeah.
You walk in and you go, I'm going to win this. There's no question. It's an old quote I heard a while back, which is, I don't fight because I have to win. I fight because I'm going to win.
Oh, well, I don't fight. I don't like to get hurt.
Well, you could be fighting for something.
Oh, okay.
Like,
You're
for
just
a
talking.
cause.
Okay, fighting for a cause. Okay,
Fight
okay,
for
okay.
money to win.
Fight
Fight
for
others. I don't like the fight. Well, how about we'll move away from something so violent? How about something a little better? Where do you see yourself living after you retire?
I'm going to move to Florida, and I'm going to go to Disney World every day. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Like what?
I don't know. I think I don't want to be in a city. I kind of like being not in a city.
Yeah.
I want to be out.
I like to visit the city though, just to go. There's so much going
I
on.
like to go for food.
There's so much going on. I like to go, and then I want to get out when traffic happens. Like, oh, I don't need to be here anymore.
There's a lot of people that have moved out this way. Well, this way in Houston, where we used to.
Oh, yeah.
It's bananas.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Every year it keeps getting more people. Like, I'm getting scared of how big Bell was getting with the amount of people that keep coming. I'm like, oh, when did you get here?
This is still nice, though.
It's still pretty small.
This is still.
It's still small. You know, like when I go to the other districts that we play, when we go to their town, I'm like, they got way more stuff than we have in ours.
Like, just saying in Katy, that's not too far away. Cypress, like...
Cypress is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Big difference. Especially for me when I came from Houston all the way out here, and I was like...
It's different in there.
Very... Even like for some stuff, just the way people drive, it's like, it's so different. Like in Houston, it feels like you're a bunch of gladiators out there, like, and your chariot's just ramming into it, trying to get through on the highway. And out here, it's like,
That's true.
I'm going to cut for this
You
person.
got to be a little bit more aggressive.
A lot more aggressive. My grandmother was probably the most aggressive driver. She was this very frail kind of old lady that wore glasses and squinted all the time, but I swear there was a Spartan in her soul. She was like raising up her, like, on her Trojan horse with her spear in hand. She was ready. But here's a big question for you guys to move away from so lighthearted.
Oh.
What is your biggest regret?
Ooh, biggest regret. That's a tough question.
That is a hard question.
That's a tough question. I don't know.
And if you don't want to answer, of course, you don't have to.
I mean, I don't care answering it. I just have to think.
That's a thought. That's a long thought one.
I think more so, and it's not like I can think of one in particular thing, but I think more so for regrets, me not saying the things to people and telling them, like, if I appreciate them, or, you know, having things left unsaid in any situation.
Not reading all the words in the chapter to your own book.
Sure. Yes. I think that is a regret for me. Like, if there's somebody there that's really helped me, I'd like them to know that I appreciate that help and I acknowledge that. Or if I have, like, I've had some friends as we get older that have passed, and did they know? It's kind of that campy Garth Brooks song. Yeah. But I didn't want to go that direction. But I think that's, if I have a regret, that's where
I could agree with that. Yeah, I mean, because there's a lot of people that I just take for granted. So I just, they do stuff, and I'm like, well, it's just, that's what they're supposed to do. But thanks, all right. But I don't really, show them. I don't show them the appreciation that they should have.
Verbalize it more, show them more. Well, I feel like that's a regret everybody has. There's at least somebody out there, someone that's like, I feel like I kind of took a grant for that person, or I kind of never really showed that person the gratitude that I wanted to give.
Right. That's Like,
for example, for me, like, later when I got in my later teenage years, I'm like, parents really kind of just dealt with me for a while. Really just kind of put up with me. I don't know why, but they did.
And that's like me.
Yeah. My parents, and I've even had teachers, I'm like, just kind of dealt with me. Just kind of sat there with me on the end of a rope, just kind of tugging to make sure I didn't get myself hurt. But yeah, I feel like definitely showing people that you appreciate them is definitely one of the most important things in this world. Showing people that you care and love them and that you always have a place in their heart. I feel like a lot of people know, especially if you spend so much time with them, but at the same time, it's one of those things where sometimes you just got to reach out to someone and be like, hey, thank you for just being
Right.
All right. What is the best advice someone has ever given you? It could be something from a friend, a teacher, maybe even a child.
Sorry.
I can say what my dad said to me my entire life. Those who think they can. Those who think they can't. Those who think maybe never will. He told me that almost every day. Every day. Because I'd be like, I can't do that. Then he'd come back with that. That's just constant. And so it's in my brain.
Everybody got a little piece of dad knowledge.
Like, hey, you can do it. I'm a little too positive with everybody now. I tell everybody they can do it. You know, like, you can. Don't tell me you can't do it. Too positive.
That's funny.
I am.
I've got a cough. I'm sorry.
You're completely okay.
Edit that out. I don't know. That's a good one. I'm taking his advice
That's definitely a good one.
this time.
This time.
Those who think they can't. Those who think they can. And those who think they
Maybe
won't.
Maybe
will.
never will.
Never will. Or you could say won't, but I say never will.
I agree with that completely. Self-confidence. It kind of rotes back to what we were talking about earlier with sports.
Yes.
A lot of self-confidence. I definitely believe in self-confidence being the key ingredient to success. Because if you don't believe in yourself, then who is?
Sure.
Who's going to truly believe in you? Because at the end of the day, when you feel like no one believes in you, you got to be there for number one. You got to stick out for the one that's feeling not good. Okay? You got to pat yourself on the back and be like, it's okay. Get back up tomorrow. Here's an interesting question. I'm interested to see you guys' answer for this one. What is your favorite slang word from all the way from 80s cowabunga, all right, to current day?
Awesome. Awesome was my favorite.
Come on, Miss Bailey. Give us a good
I've been trying to think. I mean, I don't know.
There were some other ones that were just, I don't know, they're well off the chart.
What were some of the ones? Like bomb diggity.
No, let's see.
Like, I always like dope, but I also like stoked.
My dad was always a big fan. I've always heard this from him. Holy smokes.
There is that one. Yeah.
Awesome.
That was awesome.
Awesome.
I'm trying to think what else would be a fun one.
Dude.
Totally.
Yeah. That
Totally.
Like the hippie talk earlier, like, dude.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, I would say totally a lot.
He had that way back.
A lot.
Oh, yeah. What is the weirdest thing a guest has done at your house?
Oh.
Well, you have a lot because you...
Well, even though VRBO, this was like a guest at our home. Like somebody, we were throwing a baby shower for someone or something. But one of the guests ended up going into my room, the master bathroom, and like camping out in there for a while. And I was like, excuse me, who's in here? And they're like, oh, I'm just, and I was like, okay, I just didn't know anybody was in this part of the house, you know? And so I talked to his wife. I was like, hey, what's going on in my bathroom? And she's like, oh, he likes to play games on the toilet. And I was like, that is unacceptable. Never, ever go into someone's house and just...
Immediately head for their restroom.
Yes. Mark your territory. No. That is not okay. So that's a weird thing.
Oh, I had somebody drive out of the driveway and run over the mailbox and just leave.
Did you know them?
I saw him the next day. Hey, you hit my mailbox. Oh, I did?
Yeah, like
You
in
just
the car.
ran over it.
We did have someone, like we have these.
Oh, I had another one run over my dog. I had two. One of my kids that played for me a long time ago, he came to visit. He ran over the dog. He comes back in. And he's like, Coach.
Did he kill it?
He's like, I think I ran over the dog. And Riley was the little kid. My son was a little kid. He ran over his dog.
Did he kill it?
I told Riley the dog ran away.
Whatever. Coach DeWitt sold his cat in a garage sale.
I did.
So there's like this animal thing. No.
I was saving $500 on a pet deposit.
It was called savings.
I was saving money.
It was called a unrisky business venture.
Sure. Yeah, here I had to take my cat.
At a garage sale.
You know, I had a garage sale. And I was selling everything. They wanted the pet carrier.
He wants to go on there.
And our cat came up. And my wife wasn't there. And so I called her. And she said, sure, you can sell her.
It gets worse. Oh, she didn't care?
She said, no, she was bad after I sold her.
She was being sarcastic.
She just, maybe, I guess, I didn't know you were serious.
We've left cats at houses like as a part of the contract, but I've never said, here, take them to a new house. But that's because cats don't like to move, not because we don't love cats.
No, I'm the same way. We've had cats that we really liked before, but we don't want to like disband them from our home, especially when we were like moving to Bellville. It was like, that's way too much of an environment difference for a cat.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next corner before we get stuck on Coach DeWitt selling probably. Which famous historical person would you want to spend the day with? Anybody in history, from wars to just historical moments that happened.
It's a good one.
Artists, playwrights, athletes.
Who would you spend time with?
Probably Babe Ruth. He seems like he'd be fun.
He would be a lot of fun. He's a party animal.
Well, not that, but just, you know, I'd want to go see what he was like when he was out running around. Like, and everybody just gave him stuff. He was an interesting character. And
everybody just gave him stuff, so I want to hang out with him. But hey.
But yeah. Well, he spent a lot of time with kids too. Like he'd go and do stuff with kids, and you know, I read a bunch of books on him when I was a long time. I read a bunch of books on him a long time ago. So he spent time with kids and did stuff. But he, you know, seems like he'd be an entertaining character to be around.
Does it have to be a real person, or could it be like a fictional character?
Fictional. Why not? We're having fun here.
He doesn't care. Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. Well,
yes. How cool would that be to like find stuff and like, I don't know.
You'd be in the car
There's
with
a
him.
whip.
Could be like Happy Gilmore.
Play at the golf course. No, I like that Indiana Jones. He's a smart guy. He can beat up the Nazis.
Go that way.
He survived a nuke in a fridge.
Yeah. In a fridge.
That's what he's doing.
I don't know. If it was a real person from history, I'd probably want to spend time with somebody, you know, who just was having a good day and time, you know? Thomas Jefferson. He was kind of cool. He wrote the Declaration.
John F. Kennedy. Jeez.
John F. Kennedy.
He'd be good.
He was definitely a party animal.
Good. I think he would be good.
Once again, a party animal.
I didn't think it was that. I didn't think of
Yeah,
that.
Marilyn Monroe.
Well, as long as they're not together, you should be fine.
Well, you know, they're not around anymore. So,
What questions do people ask you that you dislike the most? Just like a pet peeve, like where you're like, oh, this one again, or oh, you already know the answer.
and
Do I really have to put my phone away? Do I really have,
Yes,
do I have to take down my hoodie? I hate those questions. Why would I say it? Do we really have to do this? No, just keep on sleeping.
yeah, those are very good responses. That's the same sort of questions I get.
Those
What are we doing today?
What are we doing today? I thought we'd just sit here and look at each other.
I guess that's every teacher's favorite.
I think it probably is.
Like, same thing where it's like when students kind of like, they're standing by the door and they're obviously trying to get as far out from the classroom. Actually, like, they have like just like half of their toe in. They're like, I'm still inside. It's like,
What's the point of that?
yeah, like, where are you in such a rush to go? Is English class really that important today?
Good point, Aaron. I'm going to ask them that next time.
Because I'd see that a lot, and I'm like, it makes it harder for everybody else because you have to be at the very front with your tiptoe out like you're hitting the newest ballerina pose ready to give a grand performance.
go.
That's how I see it. Because to me, at least, I'm like, okay, class is ending. It's time to get out here. It's time to try to finish up my day, do what I got to do.
But why can't kids just sit and wait till the bell rings? Why does getting to the door make a difference?
Like, I get standing up maybe and just like kind of standing around your table.
Getting your stuff together, sure.
But you know.
But it kind of hurts my feelings.
It hurts your feelings when they go to the door.
Yeah, because they're like, I got to get out of here. And I'm like, what did I do to you? You know, like my space? My hospitality?
It is a bit offensive. Kind of like, man.
Just hurts my feelings. That's all I say.
What's your favorite memory from your childhood? Anything that sticks out a lot to you?
I had a lot. I liked being a kid.
Yeah, it was fun.
I feel like the older
I mean, like,
the more you think.
I don't know. I think like now, because I mean, we just got to go outside and play and go.
Yeah.
And now it's like, no, you can't go over there. Yeah, I mean, like, even like with my kid when I was bringing him, no, he can't.
Yeah.
I could just get and go. And now they could probably do that in Bellville, but like in Houston, when I grew up, we could just go anywhere.
Yeah.
And hey,
And your people
it'd be
were
like,
scared.
mom would go, hey, boom, see ya, you're out the door, go. And
When people say stuff like, we used to get kicked out in the morning and locked out, and people didn't let us back in until it was dinner time, that was not a lie.
no, that's true.
That was true. And it's because mom was like cleaning the house or getting stuff done. But go play, go be outside.
We actually had one of those for my house because we have a really old house like this with my grandparents' house. They literally were the first house ever put there around that area. And there's a old bell with a rooster on it that's still when you ring, it's really loud. That ding, 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 ding. You can hear it 3 houses over. So what it was a dinner bell. When all the kids were outside,
It's time to come in.
my grandma would go out there and go ding, 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 and they know it's dinner time and they're allowed back in that house.
That, I mean, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I had mom with the flashing lights,
Ours was
Flashing
when the
lights.
street lights came on.
street lights, go inside.
Or they would just yell,
Yeah, they yelled.
get out of here.
That was the scary part.
Time to come inside. Yes.
Not in a mean way. That sounded
No,
kind of
just-
mean, but mine wasn't mean. No, I just like being a kid.
I got one last question for you guys today.
Okay.
If you could live inside a book or a movie for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Willy Wonka's chocolate.
That's a great one.
Good one.
Movie or book.
Oh, because I was going to say Harry Potter.
That's also.
That's a good one.
It is a good one. Wouldn't that
I
be
guess I
fun?
picked a movie. I don't know.
But I
My bad.
have to.
They get dark though.
That's a book too, though.
I think it's a book, isn't it?
Yeah.
Depends on which Harry Potter you're in because they get pretty dark.
Well, the fun one. I don't
Sorcerer's
like that
Stone.
big snake coming at me.
We're gonna stay in Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah,
Not go too
yeah.
far.
Yeah. Keep it. Except I want to try that butterbeer. So I got to get up to at least book 3 for that.
Okay, that's not too
Right?
far. It's book 3 or 2. I know it wasn't 4, because 4 is Prison of Azkaban.
Goblet of Fire.
Goblet of Fire. You're right. Prison of Azkaban happened a lot earlier.
Those 3, I think.
I do think you're right. That's what
I'm a
everyone-
dork on Harry Potter,
I
so
have all the books.
me too.
Hardcover.
I even have the ones that have the pop-ups.
Oh, I see.
I love it. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming today. You guys were just delightful in every single way to have on the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
You guys are just a giggling lump of joy today.
Sorry I had a cough attack.
No, go.
I was trying not to do that. But thank you. Thank you for having us.
Welcome to. Thank you for watching BVP Productions. I'm Aaron Cartwright, your host. It's great to be a Bremen.
Oh, great to be a Brema. It's a good day to be a Brema.
I know.